can do. I can't put up a fight. They always say like, oh, it's the phone that they pay for. They have the right to look through it. And if I ever change my phone password, they get so mad. Sorry that I just want some privacy. So they always have to know what my password is. Secondly, they have to know who I'm hanging out with at all times. They've had to have met my friends. They have to know where they live, like how they're doing in school, what school they're going to. My parents have gotten super strict about this one because they think like certain people are bad influence on me just because they're not academic or they go to parties or like because they hang out with certain people. I don't even know. I recently got banned from seeing like a lot of my friends because of what they saw in my text messages. Like, oh, you can't see her anymore. Next is that I'm not allowed to have any tattoos or piercings besides like my ears. Tattoos are like an absolute no, even when I'm 21 and like doing my own shit. They're like, you can't get a job if you have a tattoo or any face piercing. So that's not allowed for me. But the one that I absolutely hate is that I am not allowed to FaceTime people. Only 15 minutes into a really good debrief with my friend over FaceTime, my mom will literally barge into my room and tell me to get off the phone. Like, I don't understand this one at all. It's so anxious every single time my friends call me because it's like, my mom's gonna come in here at any moment and tell me to stop, or she might be eavesdropping, like, right outside my door or something like that. This one is that I have a really early curfew. It's like 10:30 p.m. I always try to stretch it and I always get yelled at every single time. Maybe it's like 11:30. I get slimed out and my mom doesn't sleep until I come home and she's literally on my phone and like it's so bad. Let me know if you can relate to any of these. I hope I'm not alone because I literally been trying. Strict rules my Asian parents have for me at 17 years old. First, they have to be strict rules my Asian parents have for me at 17. I don't know if this one is just specific to me, but I always have to keep my bedroom door locked. If I'm at home and I'm just studying, the door has to be open. Like if it's closed, my parents automatically assume I'm doing something wrong. Or my mom will come in and just like open it up for me. Literally, that's me like studying. And the only time they can close is when I'm asleep. I don't know, I always grew up in school, but I don't know if it's just like wrong. The second one is that I always have to charge my electronics downstairs. So like before my mom goes to sleep, she'll literally take my phone and sometimes my laptop and iPad. Sometimes my Apple Watch, my AirPods, like that was a thing at one point. Definitely always my phone. I think she's scared that I'm not gonna sleep and like I'm just gonna do control all night. So I don't have a phone charger in my room. Okay, next is that sleepovers are a very rare occurrence. My mom or my parents just have to know exactly who it is who's gonna be there. They make sure that this girl that I'm sleeping over with is like a reputable person, like has good grades, going to good school and whatnot. They might literally interrogate me about this person's like life story before I can sleep over with them. And it's also just a very rare thing in general because my parents like are scared that I'm gonna die or something. I'm not sure if these are normal rules or just me, so let me know.
I even bought you a car before you even had a driver's license. But we're strict. I didn't know you were a comedian too.
Strict rules my Asian parents have for.
I never thought I'd have to fucking make a video like this, and I am fucking crying in a Walmart parking lot, for God's sakes. But Cake by Katie made a video about me saying that I stole her Fruity Pebbles recipe. I use a lot of inspiration from a lot of different creators. I just started my cake pop thing like 2 fucking weeks ago. She posted a video on like her cake mix ratios, and that's what I use. I never fucking bought her cookbook. I don't know her exact recipe. In her video, she says I keep a couple secrets just for me because she copyrights her cookbook, so I don't have any way of knowing her entire exact recipe. I improvise. I was like, okay, I have the cake mix ratios for this. It looks really fucking good. How do I make this into actual cake pop dough? So I used my own shit and I fucking just posted it because it's what I did. She's fucking made a whole video about me threatening to sue me, and because I stole her copyrighted recipe, girl, I don't have your recipe. I never bought your fucking cookbook. Like, what are you talking about? I started this shit 10 fucking weeks ago, and now you're coming at me. And she messaged me and she said, you're lying. I'm fucking suing you. You get my lawyer. Take the video down, which I did.
Bro.
I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this energy. Like, I'm literally, I just do this out of the goodness of my heart. Like, I just started a new hobby. Like, I have a full-time job. I spend all my spare time making cake pop for people, and now a huge creator just bashed me. Like, for what? Fucking cake pops, dude? Like, I understand it's your business. I understand, but I didn't steal your fucking recipe. You don't have to, like, have some fucking, like, have a heart. You're coming at someone who just started 2 weeks ago. Like, I didn't steal your recipe. I didn't fucking steal it. I don't have it. How can I steal something I don't have? Like, and she fucking bashed me to all her followers, and now I'm getting comments on my stuff. Like, I'm a terrible fucking person, and that's what you have to do, girl. I respect it. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. Like, I get it. Get your bag, get your money. But I didn't steal your recipe to steal. I just improvised on what I put in my stuff. I use I post all my stuff. Like, I use sour cream, I use eggs, and I use water. That's literally common knowledge to anyone who makes cake pop. come on here and say I am trying my hardest to get the cake pop part out today. I did get a little behind schedule with everything that happened yesterday, but this week's flavor is Rocky Road, banana pudding, and double chocolate. I do have a gluten-free funfetti that I had to clean and sanitize everything. That is why I'm doing it last. But as soon as I finish up with that, I will package everything and hopefully have the cart out by today. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate every single one of you truly, truly so much. You guys are a blessing, and I hope that you guys love the I love Michelle Obama's earring style. But seeing her ears reminds me of my favorite saying, which is everything for everybody. When I saw her stock, I realized my ears are too small. Like, I don't have the ear space.
Exactly.
Santos clearing. Anyway, as far as Brazil are concerned. Well, Carlo Ancelotti, a picture of calmness amid chaos down on the touchline. Responsibility to try and produce the second goal for Japan. Change on the way for Brazil. Gabriel Martinelli is down there and ready for action. responsibility to try and produce the second goal for Japan. Change on the way for Brazil. Gabriel Martinelli is down there and ready for action. Can you imagine? Responsibility to try and produce the second goal for Japan.
Welcome back to Boston Stadium. Germany in a real hole, trailing Paraguay by a goal to nil in this round of 32 game. A goal from that man, Julio Enciso, fifth for his country. A player that for so long the Paraguayan supporting public have been hoping would develop into a player that could carry their team forward, and he is certainly front and centre right now. While Paraguay emerge from the tunnel, Germany, Brad Friedel, have been out on that pitch for some time, and Julian Nagelsmann, the head coach, was out even before then.
He was the first out, well, second after Goretzka, because he's going to come on, but he did not look happy. And the man coming off was also the man that was at fault for the goal for not marking.
And familiar faces in German football, Leon Goretzka, who will be leaving Bayern Munich this summer after 8 years with the Bundesliga champions, is on for Felix Metscher, who may well swallow some of the culpability for the goal that Germany conceded. Of hours ago in Houston, Brazil found themselves in this position, trailing Japan by a goal to nil, came back 1-0 in the second half. World Cup nations Germany now need to do the same.
We have an issue with the socks. The referee made Enciso pull his up, and then Almiron went straight over and wanted Mertz to pull his up.
Need to remember that this is a Boston Marathon.
Live from Steve Dry, niggas signs from Steve Dry. Posted on the block with the Glocks and Steve died. Niggas said it coming through.
Shadow of a doubt would be their greatest result in World Cup history. And here is Avalos, who was one of a few in navy blue that didn't see a great deal of the ball in the first half. This man has scored the goal, Enciso. Though he was left alone, it was still a super header. Paraguay, the ultimate difference right now.
Yeah, it was well finished, but you saw in the replay when the Germans got out, Metscher looked over his shoulder once, twice, saw Enciso was there, and then never took the yard or two towards him to block his run or head the ball himself.
Steve, what are you doing now, bad?
The German penalty area, driving them forward. Straight to Cubas. Caceres. And Goretzka with his first meaningful touch of the game to sweep it away for Germany.
It was a straight substitution, Goretzka in for Nemecha in the same position. I'm not so sure it was all Nemecha's fault in the goal, yes, but for the slow ball movement in the attacking third, I don't think that was down to Nemecha.
Here's Kimmich. Sané, plenty of whiz on that cross from him. And Tar battles and takes it away from Avalos. And all the pressure is on Germany right now. Kimmich. Carefully forward by Galazza to Enciso. All on his own at the moment, Julio Enciso. But he's done enough of a job, Galazza. Back it comes for Alonso. Third most experienced player in this Paraguay squad, Junior Alonso. Galazza. Almiron. Just ekes over the line. Neuer, 23rd World Cup appearance for him today. Only Lionel Messi has more. It's that purposeful gaze about him as he collects the ball and gives it to Pavlovic, who has been harassed and working it quickly to Rudiger, and on by Tar towards Kimmich, who sends an early ball in the direction of Brown, who was at the back of the queue. Reclaimed by Wirtz. Rudiger. And Tar, his 50th cap for Germany against Ecuador a few days ago. The team was from Cubas. Unable to return it to Enciso. A similar pattern to the first half is emerging at the start of the second here.
Yes, but you see the ball movement is quicker. They're getting more early crosses into the box. Won't be happy that he drifted offside when he can see across the pitch. But I think whatever Nagelsmann said at halftime, the players are trying to take on board.
Born in San Lorenzo in Paraguay, Orlando Hill now plays for Argentina's San Lorenzo. Oh, it's a little short, Enciso capitalises, and Neuer saves Germany from further embarrassment.
That's very awkward. Todd didn't know whether to head it or let it go to his goalkeeper. He chose the latter and it didn't quite get there. Then Kimmich, with a really poor pass back.
Then Enciso again was sniffing around, wasn't he, for scraps? Kimmich now at the other end. And driving it beyond a frustrated Havertz.
You see that's already the third or fourth cross in. See, he just hit it off of his heel. That's why it didn't quite get there. Neuer to the rescue.
Nobody really expected Manuel Neuer to be playing at this World Cup, considering he announced his retirement from German national football pretty much 2 years ago now, and then at the 11th hour was convinced to come back in by Nagelsmann. Took the number 1 spot from Oliver Baumann. Some German sympathy for the now jilted number 2. Alexander Pavlovic. Walloped it beyond Kimmich. Who knows what might happen in terms of Julian Nagelsmann's future if this does not play out the way he wants it to for Germany. Youngest coach of this World Cup at 38. which is that juxtaposition certainly to the feeling that's been prominent for some time in the game, because he has been around the block now, Nagelsmann. 3 years this September since he replaced Hansi Flick.
Well, if you get knocked out in the round of 32 by Paraguay, a team that you really should be beating in a game that you have all of the ball, you can understand why there's going to be some pressure.
Paraguay preparing Gustavo Caballero for his first appearance at this World Cup. Yes, sharp change of direction. Kimmich, Tar and Rudiger. And again, look where those two German centre-halves are, within striking distance themselves. Kimmich. And the navy blue continue to shuffle themselves around to try and keep the shape here, Paraguay. Vitz, he was whacked by Galazza after that ball had gone, but on it goes by Tar to Rudiger. Undav hasn't really had a sight of goal so far, Germany's in-form man. Back it goes from Tar to Neuer.
Now they've been doing a really good job against Undav and Wirtz. Every time they touch the ball, two players are on them immediately. That's that work by Cubas, Bobadilla and Galarza.
Rudiger's delivery, too much elevation for Havertz. Two World Cup goals already for him with the double he got against Curacao. That was free-flowing for Germany, this isn't.
I think they've started the second half a little bit better. They've already gotten 3 or 4 crosses in the box. They are trying to move the ball quicker.
And from wide, Vitz, and the flick from Havertz! And Germany have an equaliser!
Kai Havertz, yeah! Yes!
Number 3 for Kai Havertz at this World Cup.
That is the
A feather-like touch from Kai Havertz.
No.
And Germany's World Cup has wins again, 1-1.
Well, Nagelsmann may have said more things at halftime, but 2 things that he did say: move the ball more quickly, and also get a lot more crosses in the box than earlier. This is already the 5th cross of the second half, and this is a remarkable cross. Right around the penalty spot. Havertz does the perfect thing as a striker, getting right across the defender. It was Canale. Canale probably thought as the cross came in that he was going to head it. There pops up Havertz, and it's a perfect header beyond heel.
A regular goal scorer at recent tournaments for Germany, Kai Havertz, but very few will have felt as big as that one.
No, it's a big goal at the absolute right time for Germany. They need one more to really change the way that this game is panning out. If they get another, then Paraguay has to come out of their shell.
And Paraguay, who have pushed on with that change that was planned anyway, so Gabriel Avalos is off and Gustavo Caballero is on for him. And Germany with a spring in their step are now going to ask some serious questions of the Paraguayans. Lifted in, looking for Zane, only half away. It was Goretzka's shot. And then it was Pavlovic. Kimmich. Looking for Brown. And when Almiron moves forward, now the attention is going to come the way of Julio Enciso, who has been lying flat out for a good 30 seconds. There's the new face on the Paraguay pitch, Gustavo Caballero, who is officially contracted to the Brazilian side Santos, but has spent the latter half of the most recent season on loan in England's second tier with Portsmouth.
Just seeing if there's much contact with anything. I mean, unless it was a twist of the ankle or something of that nature, I just think he was trying to stop a counter-attack. Here is that other chance. Germany is really taking it to Paraguay now. Those early crosses have loosened up the central part of that defense.
And much like earlier today in Houston, we really do have a knockout game on our hands here. Ciso looks like he is going to be okay to continue, albeit that is his number on the board, so...
Yep, they've already changed it. But Ciso was doing a lot of the work on the doubling up, and then he was really the only one getting out on counterattacks.
And interestingly enough, those two men that are furthest forward for Paraguay right now, the two substitutes, Caballero and Mauricio, neither of them are natural strikers. Mauricio an attacking midfielder, Caballero very much a wide man. So there is a Paraguay plan in place here. Brown who slipped and then regained his balance, but the moment had gone. Didn't have him available against Ecuador because of a muscle injury, but could be another German player representing Bayern Munich next season. Lots of talk. Bayern Munich next season. Lots of talk about a possible transfer from Frankfurt. Here's Mauricio. Rare venture forward for Paraguay. Some loft on the delivery and Moya with the save from Caballero.
Well, again, Todd tried to be clever and not head the ball, tried to body the striker and then let it bounce to one of his players. A big, strong central defender. Go up and head it.
And back by Almiron. Caballero, who, by the way, is lightning quick once he gets going, if he can get going. Germany not allowing that to happen. Pinching it. Havertz ran into traffic in the form of Canale.
Germany have definitely picked up the pace in this second half. Not just the early crosses and the passing, but they're closing down. Here is that headed opportunity. 1v4 in the box. Does well to get the head on it. You see it just goes off of his shoulder. Takes all the power away.
Nobody scored more goals than Germany in the group stage of this World Cup, helped along by that 7 they got against Curacao. 10 goals, 7 different players. The man at the top of the scoring charts is the one that's got the goal today for them, Kai Havertz, and he's also won them the free kick.
Good feat by Havertz. No choice for the referee but to give a foul.
Two goals against Costa Rica at the 2022 edition as well, Kai Havertz, but more now in this major tournament than any major tournament's gone before for him. Only Miroslav Klose and Thomas Müller have more goals for Germany at major tournaments this century than Havertz. So he is in esteemed company. And Germany are looking to completely spin the direction of this game. Kimmich. Good take by Hill.
That's the second good take under pressure by the goalkeeper.
Some pressures come with being a Paraguayan goalkeeper as well, don't they? Given Jose Luis Chilaver's name, which will forever be etched in Paraguay folklore.
Played against him. He took a free kick against me.
And scored.
No. Behave yourself.
He did score a few.
Not on me.
Almiron delicately up towards the far post. He's attacked by Alonso. It's come the way of Paraguay's other fullback, Caceres, who has manoeuvred himself some room. It goes off the centre half, Gomez. This was one of the two German changes at the start, so they are reversing the roles here. Undav off and Musiala on. No goal today for Dennis Undav. No real moments for Undav to have.
No, it was a tough afternoon for Undav. I thought Paraguay did a very good job of limiting the passing lanes and the passing angles to Undav. He had the one sort of half chance where he tried to lob the goalkeeper in the first half. Other than that, not a lot.
Yeah, that chance in the first half, one of 9 touches that Dennis Undav has had in this entire game. There's a coming together off the ball there, which involved Musiala, who is the first to get back to his feet with whatever happened between him and Galazza. Germany, 4-time World Cup winners, now looking to discover the rhythm that they have had so many times through the decades at this tournament. But it has been hard graft, and it continues to be in the Boston sunshine. And that was late from Cubas and warrants the yellow card from the Moroccan official.
Yeah, Cubas, Bobadilla and Galarza are starting to get incredibly frustrated because Germans are moving the ball much more efficiently. And they're just a step late now in a lot of situations. Here's that coming together. That's a foul against Galarza. Musiala should be upset. Galarza's been the enforcer.
He's enforcing his words at the moment towards the referee. He's clearly noting with both of them that
but Musiala
has been spotted.
Musiala did nothing wrong. He was just making a run. Galarza kicked out at him.
They're not short on options, are they, Germany, from set pieces like this? Sane is the one that has taken the purposeful strides backwards. Yates is down there, Kimmich is there too. It's Leroy Sané into the top of the wall. And Gomez will get there first. Made the decision to leave that, which seems slightly odd because it's a Germany corner.
I think he just lost concentration and thought it went off a German player. Sort of a perfect distance for a left-footed player.
No doubt about who it touched last. It definitely should be a Germany corner. Which is going to be distributed by Kimmich low, and he'll get another go at this. Acrobatically away by Almiron.
Almost looked like he was shooting on target from the corner. I'm sure he wasn't. He was trying to miss Almiron.
luckier this time. German infringement, perhaps Jonathan Tah, the offender.
Well, Tah gets himself into some really good positions to attack the ball, and then he stops the motion. I don't know what the foul was.
Possibly Pavlovic on Hill. That's the other option, I think, there. The arrow kicked over by Tah. Now Paraguay with a set piece which might raise an eyebrow.
Yeah, it's really is a silly foul in a poor position. There's no need to foul. You can just stand up. You can go backwards. This has been an Achilles heel of Germany, defending set pieces.
And to United's Miguel Almiron with the Paraguay free kick. Caballero hung a leg at. Cáceres. Halted by Musiala.
Well, that was better. Phase 1 and Phase 2 was defended.
Cáceres deflected and spinning away for a Paraguay corner. Does love a duel, Juan Jose Cáceres. He is a fast, tough fullback.
Just having a watch of the German players, I don't see a lot of people communicating. Maybe there's Tah a little bit. Just seem very complacent defending these.
Paraguay repeat the trick. Mauricio down into the ground off Gomez and picked up by Neuer. Neuer's ball field towards Fitz, but the referee's whistle is gone.
Well, I believe he whistled on the infringement in front of Neuer right here on Gomez. And Neuer had found afterwards where he wanted to throw it.
Fitz was a little frustrated because he felt he had daylight in front of him.
He did indeed.
Germany don't have daylight in this game right now, but Musiala is a natural game changer. Well, that's his challenge on Sané. It's a Germany throw, but not before the latest hydration break. And just as we saw earlier today in the first of this brilliant day of World Cup round of 32 games, it is tight and it may very well go the distance. But more purpose about this second performance from Germany, Brad Friedel.
Yeah, you saw it when Nagelsmann walked out at halftime. He walked out after about 8 or 9 minutes. Whatever he said was very quick, was very swift. He definitely told them to move the ball quicker. He definitely told them to get crosses in the box. I think he had to go at their overall determination in the game and their overall work rate in the game. We're seeing a completely different Germany, and you're starting to see this Paraguayan team start to be second to balls and committing more fouls and starting to get a little bit frustrated, and it is tiring work when you're always defending.
That goal from Kai Havertz in the 54th minute, another assist as well for Florian Wirtz. So it is only Bruno Guimaraes who has recorded more assists than him at this FIFA World Cup.
That's a really good glancing header. Gives the goalkeeper no chance. So difficult because you don't really see it off the head when it glances. It's easier when they get a full, powerful header on it, believe it or not.
Germany pause and they listen. Gustavo Alvaro is taking a slightly more relaxed approach. But he has been here before, of course, in charge of Ecuador at the last World Cup. They didn't escape the group stage, and between then and now he had a brief spell as well with the Costa Rican national side. This is his 19th job in management. Totally opposite end of the spectrum compared to Nagelsmann. Even the Germany goalkeeper is older than the head coach.
I had that a couple times in my career. I played till I was 44.
Well, they were there at the beginning, Paraguay 1930, and then 20 years until their next World Cup assignment. They had 2 tournaments in the 50s. Almost 30 years until they reappeared again in Mexico in '86, and then that rare run of 4 World Cups in a row up until 2010, when they reached the quarterfinals. Good things come to those who wait. They, whatever happens today, will savour this. And while they will savour, Germany try to save. It's the goal scorer Havertz. Kimmich for Sané. Rudiger, who is arguably only in this Germany team because of the injury to Nico Schlotterbeck, which has ruled him out of the entire tournament, the Borussia Dortmund defender. Sané, and that might have taken a nick on his way through. Orlando Hill kept his eyes firmly on the prize.
Yes, it did. And unlike in the first half when Sané took 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, and then got double teamed, this time he's taken 1. If he can beat the man, he does it. If not, then he's getting that cross in.
Serra's too heavy for Caballero. It's away from him by one of the Paraguayan substitutes, Mauricio, and then Almiron and Caballero combine. By Gomez, knocked down by Rudiger.
You notice a difference from Paraguay when they played the United States. Gomez would have tried to play that out of the back, and they got pressured by the United States time and time again. They're not messing around with the ball in the back.
He is considered by many in South America, Gustavo Gomez, to be the best centre-half on that continent. Intricate from Germany. Wirtz, deflection off Bilarza and through to Hill again. ...24 years and 14 days since their last and indeed only previous World Cup meeting. It was a knockout game just like this one. Germany victorious like many anticipated they might be, but only just after Oliver Neuville's 88th-minute winner. Just 1-0 all the way to the final from there for Germany until they were denied by Brazil in Yokohama. Who has drifted wide now. Given away, and Paraguay using the planned play of the counter-attacks with Mauricio. Who dances past Musiala.
And Musiala's upset because he was fouled off the ball again.
Mauricio, Gustavo Caballero, escaping the German defence. Caballero flags up for offside.
has positioning. He gives others a chance. Probably just a step offside. I think they got that correct.
It was just a smidge though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't by much.
Delivered in towards Havertz's head, and that's a great save by Hill. Denying Kai Havertz his second of the game.
Really good save, should score. Go back across the goalkeeper.
But now the Germany chances are beginning to come a little more frequently. And the Paraguay concern might be deepening. Kimmich. Tar. Pavlovic. So Germany free kick, the robust nature of Paraguay's play.
Yeah, they're
stepping over the mark again.
Yeah, and they're trying to be physical. Look, he steps right on top of the foot of Brown. Here is that header. If you go, hey, as a goalkeeper, it's a great save. Feet are set. You can only save what's brought at you, but it's a much more difficult save if he goes down to the goalkeeper's right.
Can't get over the hill right now, Germany. And Wirtz, who has largely been the provider at this World Cup, is maybe the one who's going to take this free kick, not before the German change, which brings an introduction for Valdemar Anton for his second World Cup appearance, having come off the bench against Curacao. It is Wirtz, he's crashed that into the Paraguay wall. Kimmich, it's a better delivery. Just about stopping it from going behind was Mauricio.
Well, Anton's come out over on the right backside, and they push Kimmich into the middle.
Nice ball in. Casares, I don't know if he got a late shout, but there was absolutely nobody in wide around him. Sending the ball back to Germany again with Kimmich. And Tar for Rudiger. And this is Brown. And Wirtz. And Musiala. Brown. Sarah stood him up and he needed to do that. It was just a moment where you wondered whether Musiala was going to be sent sprawling. Quickening the play here though, Germany. They know what is going to be needed and they're in behind here, but he can't take it with him, Musiala.
He kept that ball a little closer to him. He could have gone down. Koulas got awful close to sticking that leg out a little too far.
This has been the case for much of this game. German momentum, but can they find the winner before extra time? We are now inside the final 10 minutes of this game in Boston.
Well, look, he's wrapped the arms around the German player. Is this going to be looked at? Alonso. The cross comes in and he puts both his arms, wraps him around the waist of the German attacker.
Might just be a reprieve there for Paraguay. No further action is going to be taken.
That's very dangerous to do that inside the box.
has always been a European side that have ended Paraguay's World Cup dreams when they've got to the knockout stage. England in '86, France in '98, was Germany in 2002, and then Spain most recently in 2010. Musiala. On by Alonso, who was sent Mauricio moving. Javiero further forward. Rudiger's positioning in the first instance was strong enough.
Yeah, Rudiger did very well, read the entire situation. Kimmich also did really well coming over covering because he's no longer at right back, he's in the middle of the field.
8th on Germany's all-time list for appearances in this game. Joshua Kimmich, though, beyond Philipp Lahm. Really found a specialist fullback since Philipp Lahm, really, Germany. The need for Kimmich to play there. It's deflected. Havertz tried the cute spin. Goretzka neatly wins it back. Brown's cross is repelled. Caceres can advance from right back and keep going, and still some Paraguayan flow here. Mauricio. Rhythm just breaks down with that ball that was slightly behind Bobadilla. Almiron. There's a Canale. Closed down by Havertz. Smoothly done in the end by Kimmich. It's been so stoic from Paraguay, but can they force this game into extra time? And then what does extra time potentially look like for them?
Yeah, because Germany's starting to get, just better and better and better as the half rolls on. I think another 30 minutes, Germany will find a way to unlock them.
And now central Kimmich. So the substitute, Anton. Sané. It's the corner, last touch off Alonso.
Sané's done a much better job in this second half at taking on his opponents, deciding when to taking on his opponents. That's it. Galarza does a lot of fouling off the ball. Two on Musiala off the ball. That one on Havertz.
Corner for Germany from the chief provider Vets. The flick on. It was loose inside that Paraguay box. I think the flag is going to go up for offside. It is. That will have been Anton at the back post who is being penalised here.
It's an outswinging ball. It's from the training ground. Good glancing header. Just unfortunate it was a little behind Anton. Those are the corners that are so difficult to defend. They're out swinging and runners come from behind you. You don't even see them there when you're the man on the near post.
Well, this is the third of the 16 round of 32 ties. We have had so far 2 injury time winners in the 2 games that we have had, from Canada's Estacchio and Martinelli for Brazil earlier today. Not quite in stoppage time territory just yet, but it is looming. This is the possibility of an additional 30 minutes here in Boston.
Wow.
It was almost slipped in behind there for the active Brown. And for the first time at this World Cup, the giant frame of Nick Voltemade, Germany's top goal scorer in qualifiers, now to offer something different to that forward line.
Yeah, and he'll go in as the number 9, and Havertz will come out wide, or Musiala will, and you keep Havertz as a 10.
Musiala's cross deviates the way of Tar.
I think it's a good substitution. They're getting a lot of crosses in the box, a lot of balls in the wide areas, a lot of 1v1, 2v2s, and Voltemade is the best in their squad at dealing with the crosses, albeit Havertz scored a very good header himself.
Formerly of Stuttgart, now of course of Newcastle United in England, having paid a club record £65 million to sign him 12 months ago. Brought down by Musiala. Around the outside of Alonso. Just hurried away up towards Caballero. He was fouled by Anton. This is club football for Borussia Dortmund. Essentially came into the club as a replacement for Mats Hummels, Valdemar Anton. Pushed forward by Caceres. Almiron actively goes seeking it. Brown goes with him. Caceres. Almiron. Mauricio spins away from Kimmich. It opens up for Paraguay. Down by Galazza. Pumped forward, but only as far as Canale, whose touch was heavy. And now Germany getting at Paraguay with Havertz. Musiala. Canale, who almost kicked the ground with that initial clearance, was fortunate not to see it drop to a white shirt of Germany. Musiala, Voltemade, Anton, and Kimmich's shot spins away for a Germany corner as we reach the 90-minute mark.
It was a good break. I just thought Havertz slowed it up a little bit. Looked like it was going wide, unless it was going to have some severe bend on it.
5 more minutes, and if we don't have a goal, an additional 30. This has been a far tougher assignment than many believed it might be for Germany. Can Paraguay stand firm one more time? Before extra time, Brown. Free header at the far post, right in. Hill from Tar.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it's really poor marking. Tar, one of the biggest German players, just free at the back post.
Comes Neuer, protecting things. Not going to get so carried away that he's going to take the throw, though. the last link to that 2014 World Cup winning side for Germany, Manuel Neuer. Leon Goretzka probably should have been in the Germany squad for that World Cup, but an injury halted that from happening. It's a good try from Almiron, and Paraguay have got a late corner here, and they still have interest in winning this too.
Absolutely, and Germany's going to have to start communicating now, start concentrating now. One of their weak spots, good they have Voltemade on the pitch. He might be able to help out. For Paraguay, it could be your last chance of the 90.
Well, they nicked a goal before the end of the first half, but this would be quite extraordinary if they could do it again. Maurizio with the corner. The header, it nearly came the way of Bobadilla, but the whistle has gone and Germany have a free kick.
Well, there's two Paraguayan players that just goes crashing right into the back of Wirtz.
Alonso from one side, Gomez from the other. He didn't really stand a chance. This will be the first game at this FIFA World Cup in 2026 that is going to go to extra time. It would seem, but we've thought that a couple of times in the last 24 hours. Musiala, away by Canale. Called again by Goretzka. It's Kimmich who leapt, and away it goes from Bobadilla, who is feeling tired now, as I'm sure many are out there. He's not yet back on his feet either, so Paraguay playing with 10 right now.
He's cramping.
Germany believing. Musiala. Powerful delivery. Touch the head of Caceres on its way through. In the final few seconds, Germany on the hunt. Where's Fares Tar? Here's Anton. So like the theatrics of Galazza, he's got the free kick.
I think Galazza is very lucky. He just fell over. If you look there, I mean, there's hardly a touch. If the two arms wrapped around Havertz inside the box isn't a penalty, I don't understand how that's not a foul.
And so, for the first time at this 2026 FIFA World Cup, we have extra time. And we only have extra time because of Kai Havertz's equaliser for Germany, which arrived shortly after half-time, after Paraguay struck first through Julio Enciso. But more football is required to separate these two. Germany 1, Paraguay 1 at the end of the 90. And so what do you want to discuss first, Friedel? The tenacity of Germany to work their way back into the game, or the rearguard action of Paraguay to repel?
Well, I think both. I think Germany's second half performance was very good, and I think Paraguay to be able to stay in the game and rebound after Germany equalized with all the pressure they're putting on was equally as good. And also Paraguay created a couple of chances on their own. You know, this extra time period is going to be a little bit more difficult, I think, for Paraguay. The amount of kilometers that have been covered by Cubas, Bobadilla, and Gallarza have been vast. They're going to tire as the game keeps going. It seems that Germany is a little bit more fresh, but the Germans are susceptible to conceding chances.
Germany, who have required extra time 11 times in their World Cup history. 4 of those have gone on to be penalty shootouts. Germany, who have never lost a penalty shootout in a World Cup game before. Spot kicks, chat can wait for now. Paraguay, who have been in this position just twice before when they beat Japan in the round of 16 at the 2010 World Cup, when they went on their way to quarter-finals. That was a penalty shootout needed there as well. The other very famous Paraguay extra-time game was the one in the round of 16 at the 1998 World Cup, when Laurent Blanc scored the first ever golden goal in this tournament.
Just trying to look down to see if Bobadilla is going to continue, because he was cramping quite heavily. It looks like he is.
So much has gone into this, hasn't it, from La Abiroja. Need to find a way to recharge the batteries. Paraguay fans certainly don't need charging, do they? They are feeling every moment of this. Probably with more excitement than the Germany fans might be feeling right now.
Yeah, I think the Germans were expecting to win. I think they're a little bit more apprehensive right now. I think it's turned into hopeful that they're going to win. These Paraguayans are just having the time of their life, as you can hear.
It is a change of a defensive nature at the beginning of extra time for Paraguay. Miguel Almiron's busy 90 minutes are going to be just that, 90 minutes. And Gustavo Velázquez, 35 years old, made his debut for Paraguay at 33. He's not been left out of a squad since then. Centre-half, a right-back, and on to provide some fresh legs and some defensive solidity.
Yes, they have a very defensive team out there right now. No real true number 9. I think they'll be looking for more of the same.
And so 30 more minutes required to separate Germany and Paraguay in this round of 32 game. And for Paraguay, I guess, Brad, this is a position that they'd like to have found themselves in. For Germany, it's one they didn't expect to find themselves in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're probably hopeful. They all bought into it, you could tell. They were making it very difficult for Germany. Germany didn't help themselves in the first half. The second half, they've been much better. Caceres has moved up into that right midfield spot, and Velázquez, when he's come in, he's in the right back spot.
Germany attacking the same ends that they ended the 90 minutes going towards inside Boston Stadium. Well, they immediately called into action. He and Gomez have provided the rock at the heart of the Paraguay defence to keep Germany largely at arm's length, apart from that Havertz goal. Here is the goal scorer for Germany, and I think when he did score so early in that second half, many just assumed that Germany would sweep their way to victory. Taken away from Caceres by Vitz. Throw to the South Americans, though.
I think Paraguay did a brilliant job on Nundov, as have we spoken about, but also against Wirtz. They've not given Wirtz that many real good touches in the attacking third for Germany.
They've done this, remember, without Omar Alderete. Big part of their defensive shape. And indeed Diego Gomez, who is the energy of the midfield. He's suspended. Alderete injured. And Germany probing again. It's for Goretzka. Kimmich. Rudiger. And the ball has dropped to Voltemade. And then through a crowd, it was Kimmich who tried his luck. A little frantic inside the Paraguay penalty area.
It absolutely is. At this moment in time, it looks a little bit more similar to the first half. You don't see Paraguay being able to get out.
Kimmich. Anton. Jonathan Tah, and it feels like the Germany defenders have perhaps spent almost as much time in opponents' half than they have their own. There's one of them, Rudiger. It's Voltemade. I'm sure that was a deliberate dummy from him. Again, who still looks full of life. Floored by Caceres.
Yeah, that was a needless foul. Absolutely kicked right through the back of Wirtz. No need. If they concede here, they'll watch the video and wonder why would you do that. The ball had already been played backwards.
Sure, Kimmich, who stands alone in the last bit of sunshine in Massachusetts. This free kick is coming from the sunshine into the shadows from Germany's captain. Rudiger and Tah and Voltemade and Anton are all in there. Commanding the situation was Orlando Hill. Tah showing some great feet.
No!
How about the ball? Off Caceres and left by Goretzka for a Germany corner.
That was good, solid goalkeeping again, under pressure from Heel. And that was very nimble-footed by a centre-back, Tah.
Spent so much time attacking, he's getting a bit carried away. The way through this first period of extra time.
Gallarza does some silly things off the ball. He's the one that instigates all of this.
Graham, just to be careful, challenging. Like
Discipline really is needed right now from Gustavo Alfaro's team.
Brusky, Wagwan, why you guys fight?
It's back in by Tah, who didn't look like he was going to reach it initially.
He said the ball went out of play. I don't see it.
Naviero eased out of the way by Brown. Just to give you an idea of how much qualifying for this World Cup meant to all of Paraguay, the president, Santiago Peña, declared a national holiday the day after they booked their spot. I imagine there may have been a few who wouldn't have made it to work that day, even with their best intentions. This is quite the occasion. Rudiger towards Voltemada, who was crowded out. It's an interesting one, obviously. Galazza was so confident that was going to be given as a goal kick. Germany asking whether it hit the arm of Gomez, that shot.
Yeah, it looked like it was off the arm. That's number one, and number two, it should be a corner. I don't understand how this wouldn't be looked at. And I think the play acting is telling us the tale.
Interesting to get another view of that, whether Gomez's arm was away from the body.
Like it was on the underside of his arm. Yeah, it was off of his arm. Maybe bodied an
Eye on the arm,
yeah.
wasn't it? Double substitution for Paraguay, so Sanabria and Ojeda. And it is Ceres and Bobadilla who have given everything to the cause, who are coming off here. Sanabria, who is a natural forward, but the first port of call is some defensive duties for him. From this Germany corner, which Caballero clears. That's with the delicate touchdown towards Musiala. Galazza's out there with him. In by Bits and all the way through. And nobody in white could get a touch on it, including Jonathan Tah.
Oh, this is a good ball in. Bro's the goalkeeper. He can't come for a lot of bodies in the way. Actually, was defended very well by Caballero. Just to throw Tah off.
Narcosman bearing his cause. Scratching the balls a little bit about this situation for Germany. France or Sweden away to the round of 16, but this is, for whoever progresses, an extra 30 minutes that they wouldn't really have wanted to put into the legs. World Cup dreams rest on this. Anton, too high for Voltemada, even with his sizable frame.
When he took a touch, he knew exactly who he was aiming for. Is that man, Voltemada. Just overhit it a touch. See two bodies on him.
It's interesting, really, that these are his first minutes of this World Cup, considering he was their go-to man during World Cup qualifying. So Kai Havertz's injury played a part in that as well. Last German game that went to extra time at a World Cup, the 2014 final against Argentina. The 113th minute will live long in German fans' memory, because that was the moment when Mario Götze struck. Feel quite some way from the showpiece event right now, Germany. Ground to execute the latest Germany corner.
Goal! Goal! Yes! Finally! Come on, sir. Yes! Yes! Come on! Fucking Germany! Yes!
To potentially send Germany to the round of 16.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Only a second international goal for him. But this is a big one for Julian Nagelsmann and Germany.
Well, this is the fourth set piece that Taz peeled off to the back post. Paraguay should catch on by now. He's unmarked. It's a very good header. Difficult for a goalkeeper. He's going to his right. The defenders can't get a body on him. Keeps it under the bar. You see a little touch of the fingertip from the keeper. Anton does his part by standing in front of the keeper. I think Paraguay will be really disappointed with the outcome of that. It was a simple run to the far post. And for the Germans, they're going to be absolutely delighted that they're ahead 2-1. And Paraguay now has to come out of their shell. Finally.
The disappointment. Very real.
You could be looking on Anton standing in front of the goalkeeper.
And indeed, Jalal Jayad has been instructed to head to the screen here. So maybe not all is as it initially seems.
Well, this is where goalkeepers are overprotected. This is not a foul. There's no reason for Heel to fall over in the first place. He's had a very good game. He's an excellent goalkeeper. He's saying there's no need for him to fall down.
Well, they want to allow the Moroccan official to have a clear view of this without the infringement or the words of others.
So there was a Paraguay player with two arms wrapped around a German player in the box. There's no reason for him to fall over. And if this goal is disallowed, I think it's really soft and the incorrect decision.
There is so much commotion down in those technical areas. Everyone from the benches of both national teams are peering over the shoulder of the referee to get their own view of this. And he now is asking for some space. And we are going to hear Jalal Jayad's assessment.
What?
After review, when the ball was in play, attacker number 3 prevents the goalkeeper from challenging the ball. Final decision, foul.
Ah! What?
The goal does not count.
What the fuck?
And now it is Germany who wear the disappointment.
I mean, there is no reason for the goalkeeper to fall to the ground at all. And in fact, when he saw Tao was going to be heading the ball, he quickly got right up off of his feet. He was trying to play act to the referee, and he got away with it.
And so, it is still Germany 1, Paraguay 1 here.
It'll be really interesting now. Both teams have to keep their cool, keep their calm, their nerve.
Doesn't feel like too many in those technical areas are heeding your advice right now.
No, in the technical areas, no, but the players on the pitch, they have to.
Comes the throw from Paraguay from Alonso, Altamada and Havertz. Flipped upfield by Goretzka. Heftily downfield from Velasquez for Paraguay. Javier has won the corner here.
So now it's Germany to face one of their Achilles heels.
The ebb and the flow of this extraordinary game. Mauricio. Alonso. Neuer scrambling, and the ball has gone over the line. But he didn't look too certain at all, did he there, Manuel Neuer?
No, there was nothing to be certain about because you're in a really awkward position. You think you could come out for it, and then when it's clipped in this manner, his starting position's good, but there was no way he could come out for that second cross.
Musiala bundling his way into the box. Voltemada now gone over inside the box. The German technical area are up in arms about that. Because of that long delay determining whether that Germany goal was going to count, we are into the last minute of the 4 of stoppage time. At the end of this first half of extra time. With almost a wrestling-like move to bring Valdemar Anton down to the ground. France and Sweden are not short of homework, are they? All this football, one of those two in the round of 16 for one of these two. Swung in by Anton. Half away by Velasquez. Back in towards Havertz. And Hill has his hands on it, just above the head of Voltemada.
That was well played all around. Really good cross in. Havertz did ever so well to get anything on the header, let alone up and over the goalkeeper to the far post. Hill does very well to keep a hold of it. Perhaps his own player clipped him on the back of the head. Havertz did ever so well to get anything on that whatsoever. He's holding the back of his head, but I don't see any contact with the back of his head. I think the referee got that one spot on.
Was a Hayder just the ball ahead of Voltemada?
Yeah, he got there a step in front.
And we are as we were, 1-1 in extra time, and only 15 more minutes now, otherwise Germany and Paraguay will have to go to penalties to determine who is going through to the round of 16 at this World Cup. You've spoken about the need for cool heads. One or two are losing theirs out there. What might be the words of wisdom that are going to come forth now from Julian Nagelsmann and Gustavo Alfaro?
Well, it's one of the most difficult things about being a head coach, because you get so emotional. You're talking to the fourth officials, you're talking to the officials, and then you have to calm down and give instructions to the players. And you don't want the players to go out there with erratic behavior. You want them to have calm, cool heads. You know, so that's the trick between what the best managers and head coaches can do and the ones that aren't quite at the top. If you see Julian Nagelsmann, when his players came over, he was quite calm. I'm sure when he goes to talk to the fourth official, he won't be again.
Nagelsmann's first game in charge of Germany was actually just an hour and a half west from here in East Hartford, Connecticut. Beat the USA 3-1 in a friendly there in October of 2023. For the journey for one of these two to Houston. It is another goal that is needed, or it will be penalties, and that would be, of course, the first shootout of this World Cup. And we had 5 at the 2022 FIFA World Cup penalty shootouts, which was the most we've ever had in the tournament before. Can Germany dust themselves down and breach Paraguay again here, having thought they'd done it with that Jonathan Tah goal?
Oh, there's some tired legs, tired minds. This time the foul off the ball goes against Havertz. He just turned and there was Canale, who's been a wall all evening. And it must be said that Paraguay defensively have been really strong, really good. You cannot fault any of the work rate from any of the Paraguayan players.
I say Canale only got his first call up in March. He's long overlooked, the Paraguay centre-half. Copa Sudamericana champion of 2025. He actually scored the winning goal with his head in that final, so he is immortalised forever because of that. With his club side Lanús in Argentina. And throughout the German domination, and it largely has been German domination in this game, Paraguay keep getting moments like this.
Domination with the ball for sure. Domination on set pieces, not as much, especially defending them.
Mauricio's free kick for Paraguay. And Tah there to hook it into touch. It is a corner to Paraguay. Mauricio's now gone all the way over to the other side to take this set piece as well. Let's did well to reach that ahead of Gomez. Mauricio, that's a better ball. Needed Kimmich and Rudiger together to stop it. Well, he is a man of footballing substance, but also a lover of science, Gustavo Alfaro, and philosophy and literature. And when he speaks, you make an appointment to listen. He regularly delivers some very well thought out, headline-inducing sound bites, but nothing would be a headline like a Paraguay win here would make the headlines. Ojeda restarting it, Alonso. Ojeda. Mauricio, dealt with by Tah. One back well though, by Cubas. Showing no signs of stopping, is he, in that midfield?
Why are you taking me back? Play forward,
The amount of running he and Willarta have done. Bobadilla before he came off as well.
This is club football with the Vancouver Whitecaps, Andres Cubas, and because of that, with the Vancouver Whitecaps, he plays alongside Thomas Muller. I very much doubt will be willing his club teammate on right now. Brown, some space, and Caballero, who has worked tirelessly in going forward and going back.
Yeah, he was up as the number 9, then Sanabria came on, and he's now on the wing again, and that is tremendous covering from him. He has the pace and the legs to do it, but you got to have the will also.
Double German change then. Here's some Rudiger are not going to be around for penalties. Miri and Chow are the two options from the bench. Paraguay will want to keep an eye on Jonathan Tah here, amongst a few in white. The 111th minute of this game. A Germany corner and flick at the wrist by Hill, and they will have another from the opposite side.
I said earlier, it looks like he's lining up to hit it straight on goal, and he did it again. Hill did well to tip it over.
Now the talented Nathaniel Brown from the opposite side for Germany. Winning it back was the substitute Amiri. But Paraguay away here with Mauricio. And there are three coming up with him. Here's one of them, Ojeda. Caballero. Well, Germany have the bodies back behind the ball again, but they were exposed for a moment.
Yeah, they were. They were outnumbered about 4 or 5 to 1. Germany did ever so well to get back.
I think I'm looking for a specific what's it called?
Sanabria is up there to add a bit of physical presence to that Paraguay forward line. And this is the footballing equivalent, isn't it, of Paraguay's famous Itaipu Dam. Such a powerful performance from them. 8 minutes away from taking the might of Germany to penalties. Musiala sent sprawling by Alonso. He's possibly done himself more damage than he did to Germany's flashy winger there.
Well, I think it is a foul, but it was Alonso that got stepped on. You see there by Musiala. I understand why Alonso's wincing in pain.
In a separate moment, Galazza's now down 2.
It looks like the referee saw exactly what happened with Galazza, and he's not having any of it. Come on.
Made a full recovery. He's part of the Paraguayan party now inside that box, trying to defend this German free kick, which is lobbed in by Kimmich, and another brilliant play by Hill.
Yeah, really good. There's big bodies, German players, big Voltamati right behind them. Another good claim.
Being taken from Amiri. Caballero. He's on the floor and then back on his feet, and Voltamata pinched it from him, and Kimmich sets Havertz moving for Germany. Havertz ran into navy blue traffic. We've now gone beyond the famous 113th minute mark for Germany. Less than 6 to play. Amiri. Kimmich. Anton. Musiala. Was swarmed and then emerged with the ball and doesn't get the free kick. Oh, Musiala, that is naughty. And this is going to bring some repercussions for him.
Yeah, the Galazza's been winding Musiala up since he's come on the pitch. That's not the way you want to take out your frustrations, but I don't really think he got hit with the trailing leg.
I think as far as Musiala is concerned, it is a good job it was just the trailing leg.
Yes, yes indeed. But from moment one that he's come on, Galarza has tried to wind Musiala up, foul him off the ball. But this is not the reaction that you want. Musiala's picked up a booking for it.
He was one of the very few Germans to emerge with any credit really from the last World Cup in 2022. Jamal Musiala, 19 at the time, 23 now. Paraguay's 23, needing some treatments. Matthias Galarza. He said before this tournament, Alfaro, that his team were ready to offer their hearts and leave their skin on the pitch for their country. They've done just that. A card for one of the backroom members of staff of Paraguay. Well, he's probably never seen Germany at a knockout game in a World Cup.
He didn't look happy.
I don't think he'll be the only one wearing that emotion right now and in a German shirt. Whether here or in Berlin or Munich or frankly anywhere else in Germany, this is a situation that is fraught with concern and a distinct sense of familiarity compared to recent years. It's those two again.
Well, straight away, Galarza steps on the back of Musiala's boot to get one back. And he picks up a booking for it. Rightly so.
A little more than 2 minutes to go. On by Havertz. And then there was Canale for Paraguay. Also can't quite find the energy to keep it in. Havertz swiftly moving on with the throw. Kimmich has dribbled away for a Germany corner.
Well, let's see if Taub peels off again to the far post, and if they find him, he's been free about 3 or 4 times.
Big bulk of German fans behind the goal of Orlando Hill, the goal that Germany are attacking right now, the goal that Germany needs. Brown, and a free header for Anton, but it was right at Hill, and that was a moment.
Anywhere to the left or right of the goalkeeper, it's going to cause him trouble. Fortunate for Hill in Paraguay, it was right at him.
When it met his head, he must have been thinking, here we go, my first goal for my country, and a goal that is going to take them to the round of 16, but it's still open. It's still possible for both. Galarza, Mauricio. Superbly done by Musiala, who continues his one-man adventure. In the 120th minute with Goretzka for Germany. Sanabria. And snapping at his heels was Brown. And Sanabria went snapping back again at Goretzka. Kimmich. 30 seconds to go of extra time. Kai Havertz for Germany, it's a free kick.
Oh, that's a silly foul in a really dangerous area for the last kick of the game. Havertz ducks a shoulder, and there's no need to go in like that. Galarza has defended tenaciously. on the edge of fouls a lot. However, the work rate he's put in today has been outstanding. Could it all come down to this one free kick?
Well, he might be very busy in a couple of minutes, Orlando Hill, but he needs to make sure that he is busy in a couple of minutes. Right at the very end in Boston. One final chance for Germany to potentially break Paraguay hearts. Amiri, it's wide. And spot kicks are looming.
They dragged one of the players away from the wall, which they wanted to do with Kimmich's run. They just couldn't curl it around.
Here comes the very recognizable Fabian Balbuena on at the very end for World Cup minutes, and who knows, it might be seconds in a Paraguay shirt at a World Cup for the 34-year-old, but on to provide the mentality, the strong head and the hope that there's an opportunity for more minutes at this tournament for him and his teammates. Be interesting to see if that is a change that is affected, trying to affect the situation of penalties, or indeed whether it is a change of sentiment from Gustavo Alfaro.
We could see in a couple of moments.
It is going to be penalties in Boston. And now we really don't know if it will be Germany or Paraguay going through to the round of 16. Manuel Neuer beaten in the first half by Julio Enciso. And despite Havertz's equaliser and the disallowed goal from Tar, which Germany thought would be enough for them, it wasn't enough. And after extra time, it has finished Germany 1, Paraguay 1. And he has a chance to be a hero now.
Yes, he does. So does Manuel Neuer. This is the one time that goalkeepers don't get blamed for conceding goals. All the pressure is on the penalty takers. If you get it right, you are the hero for your country. If you get it wrong, you're not the villain for your country. So it's actually a pretty good position to be in as a goalkeeper, which doesn't happen often, Chris.
Well, neither of these teams have ever lost a World Cup penalty shootout. Germany, the masters of it, 4 out of 4. Just the one for Paraguay, but it was a successful one when they beat Japan in the round of 16 in their last World Cup appearance in 2010. Now we will find out who has been trusted with the weight of a nation. What do you think the message might be from Gustavo Alfaro? Go and make history?
I think he's just telling them there how proud he is of them all. I think he's telling them, look at where they came from, losing the first match 4-1. I think he's getting them all, putting a lot of emotion in them. I think he's telling them that the country wants them to win, that he wants them to win, that everyone wants to win. For the Germans, they've been here before. They are very poised in situations like this. Historically.
So this, the 36th penalty shootout ever at a World Cup. And let's be very frank about this, Brad. Germany didn't anticipate that this would be potentially what it takes to get them into the round of 16.
Absolutely not. I think they anticipated to win the game. You could tell by the way they set out in the first half. I think they thought they had won the game in the tunnel. Words by Nagelsmann at halftime showed a much better performance in the second half, but you have to give a lot of credit to the Paraguayans for how they defended in this match, and they created a couple of chances for themselves.
Bar the exuberance of youth, lots of nervous faces in those German supporters. He is Mr. Composed, Manuel Neuer. 40 years old now and has been round the block more than once.
First shooter so important. It's Havertz coming up. It's key that this goes in, or if Heel can save it, it can be a big moment, the first one.
So Kai Havertz, goal scorer of Germany's one today, to go with the two that he got against Curacao in their opening game of this World Cup. Big goals in big moments for his club sides in years gone by. The man who scored the winning goal in a Champions League final for Chelsea, the man who scored another goal in a Champions League final only a few weeks ago but was on the wrong side of the result when his Arsenal team were beaten by Paris Saint-Germain on penalties.
Redemption. Yeah, redemption. Yeah.
And Paraguay now putting all their belief in their 26-year-old goalkeeper, Orlando Hill,
Kai does this
his 10th international appearance. Germany and Havertz to go first.
Left or right? Right.
Havertz is making Hill wait. Here he comes. It's a brilliant save!
Jesus Lord.
And the hero status might already be coming the way of Orlando Hill, the Paraguay goalkeeper.
Percentages say that a left-footed striker will go to a goalkeeper's left. This time Havertz did indeed do that. Guess right. Heel is big. Big frame, gets there, good hand. Brilliant start for Paraguay.
Brilliant start game.
Another twist on this extraordinary afternoon in Boston.
We are big. With God, I'm begging you, Jesus, please.
But can Paraguay make that advantage count?
Please, I don't catch this man. If I was a catch, if you find.
One of their substitutes, Mauricio,
right side
against Manuel Neuer.
These guys are about to put it at the right side. Look at it.
Mauricio. And he went the same way, but it was too powerful for Neuer.
No!
And it is advantage Paraguay.
Yeah, much better
I knew it
than Havertz. This one was always going away from the goalkeeper. Neuer right in the side netting.
Quality strike. Right side.
They are believing.
Kimmich, I know we don't.
Only 2 of 10 teams to miss the first kick in a shootout have recovered to win at a World Cup.
Now,
Sweden in 1994, Ukraine in 2006.
I'm begging you, please.
And here is Mr. Reliable, the German captain, Joshua Kimmich. Germany 0 from 1 so far. But Kimmich wasn't to be denied. Smoothly done by him. 1-1.
Yeah, he stuttered just at the last moment, and Heel had already made his way. Really calm penalty.
So Germany on the board, courtesy of the skipper. And from one leader to another, it is the Paraguay captain Gustavo Gomez, the most experienced player in their squad. How calm is his head right now? Very calm indeed. The centre half converts.
Yeah, he sized up like he was going to hit that with power, and right at the end, he chose to roll it along the ground. He was always going to go to that side if Neuer had chosen that way. It was savable.
Man who has said he is obsessed with playing at the World Cup, Gustavo Gomez. Said he'd trade all of the many trophies he's won in his club career to have a moment like this, and he has a moment.
Musiala for the third pin.
And the pressure is on Germany and on Jamal Musiala. Oh, he got close, Hill. He got really close. There was just too much thrust on it from Musiala.
The slow run-ups always make me nervous, but there was nothing about the final touch. Really well hit, side netting hard.
So the only player to miss so far, Germany's Kai Havertz.
This Paraguay player, I don't even know.
Next for Paraguay, Matthias Galazza,
What's the name?
who is playing his club football at the moment in MLS, in this country with Atlanta United.
Nigga is losing this thing.
Galazza, that's another excellent Paraguay penalty. They're keeping their nerve here.
Yeah, but as I said earlier, a lot of left-footed players go to the left of the goalkeeper. Neuer goes really early and he just rolls it calmly the other way. Superbly taken pen.
And the window of opportunity for Germany to get back into this is becoming smaller and smaller. Voltemada goes next. And here is another stop.
Germany has fucked me.
They're on the brink, Paraguay, of doing something truly remarkable.
Germany has fucked me. Oh my God.
Germany on the edge.
Germany has fucked me. Oh my God. Oh no.
And he just waits him out. And that is low to the ground with a decent amount of power. This is a tremendous save. Well done, Heel.
Guys,
Antonio Sanabria, a one-time wonder kid, a man who spent his teenage years as a youth player with Barcelona, has the chance to send Paraguay into the round of 16. Sanabria, he's missed it!
Yes! Yes!
And a nation's hopes temporarily crushed. Germany is still alive.
Well, all the nerves, all the pressure goes to the strikers. He saw Neuer go the right way, and I think he tried to pull it, put a little bit more power on it. Give Germany a chance.
Bro, I'm
But he still has to score.
I'm
Nadim Amiri,
I'm getting something out of it.
who was giving his debut back in 2019 by Joachim Löw and then spent 5 years in the wilderness, brought back in by Nagelsmann.
Boy, please get this.
To maintain a thread of hope for Germany, he has to score.
The keeper is playing with your mind, bro.
Does score.
Yes! Yes!
And so we will go to the
Come
last.
on! Fucking stupid people. Come on. Ah, I like that composure, bro. Nice.
Now the penalty really well taken, but the walk for
This
this
sub.
man, who had just come on as a sub.
Bro, tribute to
This is
man,
pressure.
like none
Not
of
for
ball,
him.
nothing.
Pressure for the
Can
striker.
you at least just catch this one, please?
The man they call the General, Fabian Balbuena, came on with seconds to play for this moment. And for all of Paraguay, if Balbuena scores, Paraguay win.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh, what a story for him! And the Paraguayans have blown not one, but 2 opportunities to send Germany packing.
The goalkeepers are both standing on their heads in this penalty shootout. Heel has made a couple of wonderful stops. And now
Fuck
it's
you,
Neuer's turn.
bitch!
And that was full stretch.
Come on.
40-year-old Manuel Neuer with a tremendous
Germany.
stop to keep Germany in it.
Let me relax.
Never has a decision to come out of retirement look so good. And so we go on into sudden death.
Tar, come on now.
3-3.
Come on.
Jonathan Tah for Germany. And he's blazed it over the top. It's a dreadful penalty from Tah. And Paraguay will have another chance at this.
What the fuck?
This is just truly remarkable. It's one of the most remarkable shootouts I've ever seen. Tah goes to hit it with pace. He sees the goalkeeper going. Just didn't follow through, got under the wall.
That was your fucking problem.
And Germany need Neuer again.
This guy.
And it's another centre half. It's Jose Canale.
You did what you can do to you. Bro,
Surely this time for Paraguay. He does score! Paraguay's most powerful World Cup result in their history. And that is what it means. This team forever immortalized. Neuer did all he could, but Germany are leaving a World Cup far too early again. A day they will never forget. A day that Paraguay's footballers destroyed Deutschland.
Wow, this is truly remarkable. This is the biggest result, the biggest surprise result of the World Cup so far. It's about mindset. Germany came out slow in the first half. By the time they turned it on, Paraguay was well into their stall, well into their defensive structure. The midfield three of Paraguay were the champions of this match, and their goalkeeper, Hill. I thought they were brilliant. The amount of work, running, effort they did in this game to stop the Germans from playing. And here we see one of the big nations falling at the round of 32.
A shock of seismic proportions. And it has barely soaked in for those Germany fans. But soak it in, Paraguay. A moment of a lifetime for these players. Havertz and Voltemade and crucially Tar all missing for Germany. And despite the 2 Paraguay misses, it's Jose Canale who got the job done.
You thought when Neuer made the save and Toss stepped up, if he made it, then it was all in Germany's favor. But it just wasn't to be. Canale, a center back, keeping his cool when it's most needed, most wanted. Look at the emotion on the faces. And that man healed. He looked so big. Looked like he covered the entire goal, every penalty.
Well, they already have a goalkeeping god, don't they, in Jose Luis Chilavert. They've got another one now, Paraguay, and the name is Orlando Hill. It's all over for Germany. And it's France or Sweden for Paraguay.
They won't care who it is right now. Well, maybe they will when they get to the changing room. They'll want Sweden to pull a remarkable upset. But this very instance, I don't think they're bothered.
And the tears will flow. History has been made today. Their first ever goal in a knockout round game at a World Cup. And they have ended it for history-laden, 4-time World Cup winners Germany. And let's not forget the magic moment of Julio Enciso as well, which had Paraguay thinking they might get it done in the 90, let alone after an epic spot kick.
And that was against all the run of play.
Alright, thank you very much for watching today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, enough now. I'm sad. Hopefully later today Morocco will enlighten my mood. I'm so sorry.